Pro tip, upgrading your commons to uncommons is the most efficient way to get new cards in this game. So whenever you get a card, if you can get it to common, upgrade it. It's the best way you can spend your credits, which is one of the key resources that's going to be stopping you getting new cards. So you'll just hit a wall at a certain point, and using your credits on upgrading common cards to uncommon is the most efficient way of getting new cards. We're just going to do a tutorial, and now we can upgrade our Medusa to visually upgrade her, and she breaks the frame. This is what happens when you go from common to uncommon. That's going to be really important later on to remember. So we see our Medusa, she's now uncommon, she's broken out the frame, and this is what happens when you get a rare card. Our Medusa's going to go 3D. She's now a rare. You can jiggle her around as well. If we upgrade her again, she is going to have 3D plus effects is supposed to be the next one, which honestly is kind of a bit weird. Then the next upgrade is you get a shiny name badge, and there's a couple more which I'm not really sure on. But then also later on, you can then get alternative art variants, and there's also like different foils you can have. So maybe there's like a shiny effect or something like that. When you upgrade cards, not only do you increase the visual effects, but you also get new cards. So upgrading cards is crucial in this game. And again, always upgrade those commons to uncommons. That is the most efficient way of getting new resources. So let's upgrade our Hulk. Let's go. So we can visually upgrade the Hulk. This is a common Hulk, and this is what an uncommon Hulk looks like. It gets that frame break action. Jeez, okay. And then again, if you get it rare, it's going to be 3D. So we get ourselves Sentinel. Sentinel is a great card. On reveal, add another Sentinel to your hand. It's one of the best early game cards. Definitely going to be putting this into our deck. Shocker is a card with 2 mana, 3 stats. In the start deck, there's a bunch of cards which are just playing for points with no ability. These are usually the cards you want to be replacing first. With the exception of Hulk. Hulk is actually pretty damn flipping good, but Shocker, terrible card. Let's get rid of it. Like, I definitely agree with getting rid of it. So here's our collection and our deck. My deck is just above me, and the collection is here. Shocker is the card that we've replaced with Sentinel. The main cards we're looking to replace early game are the cards that don't have abilities. Misty Knight is one of those cards for sure we want to get rid of. Another one of those is going to be Cyclops. We want to get rid of Cyclops. We also want to get rid of the Thing. We want to get rid of the Abomination. Hulk as well, but honestly, Hulk is pretty solid. I think Hulk is the exception to the rule. Hulk is going to be a card that you're probably going to be playing for quite a long time. Misty Knight, Cyclops, Abomination, the Thing. They're the ones we really want to try and get rid of as soon as possible. My first game's against Tabitha. I don't know if they're a bot or not. Just so you know, this is what the board usually looks like, but you're going to be seeing my gameplay like this, where I've got the board in full screen to the right. I have the hand underneath me, and I have the amount of cubes we're playing for up above. The ability to snap in this game is locked until we hit rank 10. Just bear that in mind. Snapping is going to double the amount of cubes we're playing for. So at the moment, we're playing for 1 cube. When you snap, though, it's going to increase that to 2 cubes. But you cannot snap until you hit rank 10. So just bear that in mind. The middle location now is Washington, D.C. Cards with no abilities here have +3 power. That's very good because we have a bunch of cards that have no power. Let's go Sentinel. Sentinel and Quicksilver both do have powers. On-reveal effects happen twice at this location. Well, Medusa has an on-reveal effect, but it has to be in the middle to actually work. Punisher to the left feels a little bit early, like we can catch them off guard maybe with Punisher, because Punisher requires them to actually be playing cards there as well. Cyclops in the middle in Washington DC is always solid because it's better because it has no ability in Washington DC. Taking Medusa to the left, which is 2 stats for 2 mana, it's pretty bad. Punisher is popping off in the left hand row here because of the ongoing effects doubling. Now Hulk actually takes the middle row here, so I just always go for Hulk in the middle because it's going to put me to 22, but then it's going to get +3 power because there's no ability. So we Hulk the middle and win the game. So we're now going to collect rewards, see what happens after each game. One of your cards at random is going to get boosters. We get 1 cube, which is going to rank us up. Again, when you hit rank 10, you're going to start snapping, and then you're playing for more cubes. But Sentinel gets some boosters, which now means that we can level it up. Sentinel is a common card. We definitely always want to upgrade common cards to rare. It's the most efficient way of spending credits. Usually, 1 collection level costs you 50 credits. However, from common to uncommon, it's costing you, it's basically half price. It's a great deal. 25 credits for 1 collection level. Let's upgrade it. And here is what the collection shop looks like. This is going to be the most important way for you getting new cards. Here is the massive collection level tree. As you can see, we're going to get our hands on all of these cards very, very soon. Starting with Jessica Jones, which is a 5 mana, 8 stats. On reveal, if you don't play a card here next turn, +2 power. We're going to want to put her straight in our deck and get rid of Abomination. Abomination is absolute trash. We don't want to play it. The other cards you get are Kazar. Kazar's great. Mr. Fantastic is absolutely well and truly fantastic. Spectrum's kind of meh, to be honest. I don't really like the card too much. Nightcrawler's great. Wolfsbane's great. White Tiger's great. Odin's great. All these cards are really, really solid. And then as soon as you get past collection level 16 or 14 is when you start hitting the mystery cards. And this is how you get your new cards. In the beta, at least, there's no card packs. You just get the mystery card and you hit it. And this is the only way you can get new cards. So you get new cards by upgrading your old ones. So after you get yourself Jessica Jones, you're absolutely going to head over to your collection screen and add her to your deck. Replace the Abomination. Abomination is just 5 mana. You can see its ability underneath me. It does nothing at all. Jessica Jones, on the other hand, she is a 5/8. And on reveal, if you don't play a card in next turn, +2 power, she's just going to be 2 stats more if you play her on turn 5 compared to Abomination. So we absolutely want to get rid of the Abomination from our deck and put Jessica Jones in. Abomination out, Jessica Jones in. Let's go into our next game. All right, next game we're up against Uplift Lion. We have Quicksilver. We can't play it left lane because Crimson Cosmos, 1, 2, and 3 cost cards can't be played here. We're going to play on Curve. The question is if we go Punisher or not. I think we do. I think Punisher mid just seems good because of Crimson Cosmos. Okay, they go Iron Man middle. We are winning the other 2 locations now. And we know that Hulk is going to be enough to take it as well, right? The stats off the Cyclops are pretty significant here. All right, so again, after the first game, after we get a cube, and also our Star-Lord is going to get 5 boosters. And we have a bunch of credits to start off with. So we're going to have no troubles upgrading him. But bear in mind, you're going to run out of credits really quickly. And you're going to have loads of boosters left. But at some point, there will become a time where you want to slow down. But just upgrade every time you can. So get my hands on Khazar here. Khazar's also going to go straight into our deck. We're going to replace some other 4-drop with him. I think the thing is going to have to go. Now, there is an argument to say that we could keep the thing in to do the upgrades of the common cards, but I think we can just do that at a later point. At the moment, we just want to make the deck as good as possible. Like, you could remove Star-Lord, for example, because he's now uncommon, but I think that's just bad logic. Let's get rid of the thing, put Khazar in. We just want the best deck we possibly can for this stage of the game. We've now got ourselves an ANTMAN, and this card is fantastic. It's one of the best cards in the game. We're absolutely going to want this in our deck without a shadow of a doubt. Misty Knight is also a 1-drop who has just got no ability. Let's replace her for the Ant-Man. And this is what your deck should be looking like going into this stage of the game. Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Quicksilver, Medusa, Star-Lord, Sentinel, Punisher, Cyclops, Khazar, Iron Man, Jessica Jones, Hulk. And it's just a no-brainer to include all these cards at this stage. All right, Clint shows up first. You can't play cards here after turn 4, so we are going to play cards then now. On turns 3, 4, and 5, no cards can be played here. On turn 5, it's only going to be Sewer System you can play cards into. So we need to be really careful about how we continue on in this one. That also means that Star-Lord is guaranteed stats at that point. So let's just go for a good old-fashioned Punisher. It's kind of a sticky situation. I guess we just go play one off, like we waste 1 mana. Because we want the Hawkeye to be buffing up in Clin. And we don't want to be playing cards in Sewer System because otherwise, like, we might run out of space. So we go Hawkeye. We go Ant-Man, and then we're going to play Punisher in this left-hand row as well. We waste 1 mana this way, but it just means that our Hawkeye is going to get buffed. Let's try and secure Clin, because our Hawkeye is going to buff, our Ant-Man's going to buff, and our Punisher is also going to be playing for 5 stats. So we should just be winning Clin, and they've already committed a lot of cards there. And we do, in fact, win Clin. You could argue we overcommitted. And here's Namor. Our opponent's got Namor, a card never seen before. Ongoing, +5 power if this is your only card here. So it's going to be 10 stats if it's their only card. Miniaturized Lab, we still can't play cards here. So this is the turn that we said we were going to play our Star-Lord in here. And it's just guaranteed stats. And Namor as well is just going to get cucked, right? Because they have to play a card here. So its ongoing ability is going to get lower. They play the Abomination instead of Jessica Jones. Cyclops comes through. Star-Lord comes through. We still might struggle to win this row, though, because of the fact that the Sewer System is taking away points. I think the line is to go Sentinel to the right and Khazar here, and just go for as many stats as possible in the middle. I guess it makes more sense to actually have the taller card. We beat Hulk in either row. They go Hulk right. The concern is, the reason we go Khazar right is if they go like Sentinel, Khazar, for example, themselves, right? And again, we can't snap until we hit rank 10. So Punisher's an upgrade. We always upgrade commons without even thinking about it. As soon as a common upgrade is offered, take it. And particularly early game, you're just going to be winning upgrading because, as you can see, we're now collection level 3, which means we're 1 away from Mr. Fantastic. And play another mission on the season pass. You may as well just cash these in as soon as possible and then start progressing your season pass to try and get as many new cards as you can in your deck. 200 credits. Like, honestly, guys, you are credit rich right now. You won't feel it, but you are rich with credits right now. You will not feel like that later down the line, I can promise you. Okay, we're up against Belinda, lovely name. Westview is the first one. This is going to transform into a new location on turn 4. Quicksilver, this is why it's my favorite card in the whole game. I'm just going to play this anywhere. So we can go Star-Lord to the left or the right. We have to make a prediction. We never go middle. We can't even play at middle, and obviously they can't either. I guess we go right-hand side. Maybe they're feeling more confident of playing in Westview, though, because they don't know what the right-hand side one is. But they do, in fact, go right side, which means our Star-Lord is going to trade up a couple of points on this first Sentinel. Okay, we have Punisher. Again, we still can't play at middle row. Clintar doesn't really make much sense for Punisher because they're less likely to play a whole bunch of cards there, so we just go Punisher left row. I'm personally not a massive fan of playing 2 5-drops in my deck. I think it's better to just play 1 5-drop. This is why I don't like playing 2 5-drops, where you can see where like Iron Man, Jessica Jones, and Hulk all being in my hand is really making things tough for us. Iron Man is really bad here. I guess we just go Jessica Jones middle row. This should secure the middle row for us. And then we probably just go Hulk left row, I would imagine. They don't get the Hawkeye stats. Jessica Jones is beating the Thing. So we're ahead in 2 out of the 3. Is definitely a potentially losing position, but they'd have to overtake us in 2 rows, which is not easy to do. And this is the toughest game so far, but we do secure the bag. Maybe we should consider getting rid of Iron Man or Jessica Jones. They're actually really good cards. So we're going to upgrade our Quicksilver, and this is going to move us along the collection level up to Mr. Fantastic. We're going to put straight into our deck as a 4-drop, a 3-drop rather. We might even remove like Iron Man, for example. Iron Man's a great card, but just maybe... I just want 1 5-drop. The other thing, as well as your missions to check, is your rank progress. Let's check our missions first. Some more credits, some more credits, some more credits, and some season pass shenanigans. Complete a daily mission. Happy days, mate. It's all popping off. And the other thing to check is your ranking. So we're now rank 5. We're agent. Rank 10 is where the fun really starts, because that's when you can start snapping. But we click agent and we get ourselves a card back. Happy days. You can apply your card backs in the deck builder collection area, which is exactly where we're heading because we want to add Mr. Fantastic. So to change the card back, you click this top right button here. It's where you can change the name. You can share your deck and you can select your card back. As you can see, they give you a whole bunch. But let's go for the one that we just got, which is this one. Okay, we've got Mr. Fantastic. Cyclops, it's time to say good night, mate. We could also remove Punisher, to be fair, because it is uncommon, whereas Cyclops is common, but this is just something we can do later. We can just upgrade Cyclops later on. At the moment, I think it's just the most important thing to have the best possible deck. First location is Sakaar, and Quicksilver's been played there for us. The good news is we still have Hawkeye in hand. It's Hawkeye mid. Bad news is we don't have a 2-drop. Now we do. We're going to put Punisher in this row as well because they're incentivized to play lots of cards there. Does look like I'm overcommitting in this row at the moment though, but I have Hulk and Jessica Jones to play in the other 2 rows. Yeah, again, playing 2 5s is not the motive. Honestly, maybe playing the Thing is better than playing one of these 2. We're in a really bad spot. I kind of have to play Medusa, so I have to just hope I draw another card because I need to play a card into Mojo World, right? Kind of blame the deck, like the Iron Man and the Jessica Jones. We have to just remove one of them, right? Probably the Iron Man. Missing a whole turn. This is so bad. We beat the Thing and we tie. We won? We won 2 out of 3. Okay, cool. I thought we lost. Oh my god. Oh, this is too tense. I get Spectrum. I don't think you're going to put Spectrum in your deck. She's like I think Hulk is significantly better than this card. However, if I remember correctly, there is some kind of challenge, which is like win games with Spectrum, right?